Hello friends, it's Nancy from Astrology and Angel Mediums today with another deck unboxing. I probably will do a deck review of this deck in the future, so kind of keep an eye out for that if that is something that you are looking for. But this is just going to be a deck unboxing, just kind of showing you the Rosebud Tarot and how beautiful it is. So this is by, what's her name? Sorry. Diana Rose Harper, and the artist is Amanda Stilwell. This is actually published from Red Wheel Weiser. I actually purchased my copy from Barnes & Noble. So the one thing I did notice about this deck, as soon as I saw it, I knew that I wanted it for my collection and what I'm using in my current kind of stock of decks for clients. And I was like, I need this deck, but I kept seeing not very good printed versions of it on Amazon. So just be careful if you are trying to purchase a deck on Amazon that you are actually purchasing from an approved vendor, from someone that actually is carrying the redwheelwiser.com version of this. So I found a version of this in print from Barnes & Noble. I know that La Panther Studios also carries this deck. So if you're looking for maybe an indie publisher, things like that, definitely look for that. So it's just a typical 78 card and guidebook. It has this beautiful kind of vintage look to it. It's just beautiful. So it's Harper and Stilwell, as we can see. And it's just one of these typical boxes. And I just love that it says, question what you think you know. My box is a little dinged up. I use this deck quite often. And I've had it for, I would say a few months, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 6 or 7 months. I don't even remember. Might be even longer than that. So as we can see, the backs I'll have these beautiful, sorry, my dog's wanting to walk around and stuff. So it has this beautiful kind of vintage collage feel to it, which was one of the reasons why I just thought it would be fun to kind of add to my collection. So here's the guidebook, just some beautiful florals and things like that on here. So there's full color inside of the book. And then it's just really talking about, why they came up with the deck. And then it also uses the basic tarot structure, Rider-Waite-Smith, of the minors and the majors all having imagery and very similar kind of energy to that. So in this deck, we are going to have the suit of water, which is cups. We're going to have the suit of fire, which is wands, the suit of air, which is swords, and the suit of earth, which is pentacles. So as we can kind of see how they've changed certain things, but the guidebook is nice. It has keywords. It has kind of a little story as to the artwork, and also just kind of showing you upright and reversed kind of keywords to keep in mind, which is very nice, especially if you are maybe a little bit more experienced and don't really rely on a book. But then also I feel like this is a good thing to have if you are wanting to do more intuitive reading and things like that. So it's fun. I love how fun the artwork is. I went from not really liking decks that have people on them, but I do really love this kind of vintage imagery with these different collages of stuff. I've been really drawn to decks that have that. I've noticed I've been kind of incorporating more of that into what I'm using and the decks that I'm kind of drawn to utilizing. So it's been funny just kind of seeing that progression. I went from no, I just want animals and things to, oh, this is fun. So there is card spreads in here, and I just think it's interesting that there are things like that for you to kind of utilize, stuff on the back about the authors and how to kind of connect with them. And so the rosebud blooms, and then there's also the longer story there. So as we can see, here is a deck, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to use external lighting or extra lighting because it's just been so dreary here. I've just not been getting any sun. I was about to shuffle these, and I put these in order, 78 card order. So I could kind of show you guys. So here is the Fool or the Youth, and some of the cards have been renamed. The Mage is the Magician. The Witch is the High Priestess. The Life Giver is the Empress. The Elder is the Emperor. The Professor is the Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Seeker, which is the Hermit. The Wheel is the Wheel of Fortune. Balance is Justice. The Hang-Up is the Hanged Man. Death. Alchemy is Temperance. The Devil. We love this Devil card. This one and the Devil card from the Housewives Tarot are probably like my favorite Devil cards. They're just so fun. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Emergence is Judgment. And the World. So that's the major cards. I'm going to kind of talk about the minors. So, like I said earlier, each of the suits was renamed by the actual element. So the pentacles are going to be the Earth suit. So here's the Ace of Earth, 2 of Earth, 3 of Earth, 4 of Earth, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, when we move to the actual court cards, they've also been renamed. So Curiosity of Earth is going to be the Page of Pentacles. The Velocity of Earth is going to be the Knight of Pentacles. The Generosity of Earth is going to be the Queen of Pentacles. And the Sovereignty of Earth is going to be the King of Pentacles. So I do like that they kind of changed some things to kind of make it a little bit more unique. As you may have noticed, some of the imagery is also a little bit different than you would see in the typical Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So here we have the Ace of Air, which is the swords, the 2 of Air, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, and 10. And again, we start with the court cards: Curiosity, the Velocity, the Generosity, and also the Sovereignty. So moving on to Wands, this is going to be the Ace of Fire, the 2 of Fire, the 3, the 4, the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So as you can see, there's a lot of similar images, but just with different backgrounds and things kind of added, like some extra depth and layer that either you can kind of tune into intuitively or utilize for symbolism and things like that. So here we have the Curiosity, which is the Page, Velocity, which is the Knight, Generosity, which is the Queen, and the Sovereignty, which is the King. So moving right along, we have the Ace of Water or the Ace of Cups. Oh, did I miss one? I did. The 2, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is a really wicked looking 7 of Cups. 8, 9, and 10. I think is a beautiful 10 of Cups. Then we have the Curiosity of Water, the Velocity of Water, the Generosity of Water, and the Sovereignty, which is the King. All right, so as you can see, there's no gilding or edges. It's a kind of like shiny, like not super, maybe like an eggshell kind of like finish. So there's not as much glare, but the cards shuffle really well and they have a beautiful thickness. It's not super thin, but they're flexible enough to kind of fold and kind of, you know, have a little bit of a bend to the cards if that is something that you like. As you can see, once they've been like kind of, I try to like shuffle mine straight and like kind of bend them back so that they don't get super curved. But every once in a while, mine will look curved just because I use these so often. So that is the Rosebud Tarot by Amanda, or illustrated by Amanda Stilwell. And Diana Rose Harper is the creator or the author of the deck. So let me know what you guys think. And would this be a deck that you would utilize in your collection? I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Take care and stay safe out there. Bye.